Did you know Google has created their own coding AI agent? Well, they have, and I'm going to tell you about it and test it out before you guys today. And so, if you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment, and this is Jay Techie. Without further ado, let's get started. So the AI coding agent Google recently dropped is called Jules. And I'm going to test it out here for you guys. So when you go to jules.google.com, you can log in with your Google account. And then it will ask for you to connect your GitHub page to this Google account. And once you have connected your GitHub page, you may select the project that you want Jules to look at. And so I have a project called Connect 4 that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and select that from the list for the Jules to take a look at. So I'm going to quickly show you guys what the Connect 4 application looks like so far. So I'm going to just play it here. I'm green, the computer is blue, and so I can play a little game of Connect 4 here with a computer, and the computer 1, Connect 4 down there, and that was just for demonstrational purposes. And now what I would like to do is I would like to tell Jules, please analyze this project and suggest any feature enhancements we can add to this project. So what I'm asking it to do, and this is my first time doing this, but I'm going to ask it to please analyze this project and suggest any feature enhancements that we can add to this project. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit this button, and it says give me a plan. And so when I hit that, it does some thinking and says enable notifications. So I'm going to enable notifications, and so it's booting the VM. And so I'm going to let it do its thing and think for a bit, and I'm going to pause the video and be right back when it replies to me. Okay, so what it came back with, it says, I've analyzed the Connect 4 game and created a plan for feature enhancements, moving the JavaScript to its own file, adding a player versus player mode, and including a sound effect for chip drops. Please review the plan and let me know if you have any feedback. Otherwise, let me know if I should proceed, and I'll get started. And I hit a button that said approve, and I went ahead and approved the plan. And next, it will begin work on this plan, and I will get back to you once it is finished. Alright, so it looks like it is saying it implemented player versus player, and JavaScript was moved to a different file, its own file. player mode was previously implemented a browser-based sound effect using Web Audio API, and it put forth a test plan on, it looks like, how to test the application. And one thing I want to know is, how do I retrieve the code? Do they simply want me to copy and paste, or will it actually do a pull request on GitHub so that I can download the updated code? And so I'm going to ask it, will you submit a pull request, or should I simply copy your changes and update the project myself? And hopefully it understands what I am saying, because I'm not sure if it is able to submit a pull request, which it is connected to GitHub, and GitHub should allow it to submit a pull request. And if you guys don't know what a pull request is, that is, it submits the code changes up to the GitHub cloud, and basically it doesn't merge the changes in until I approve. All right, let's ask it this question that I have typed. And it is crafting a response. Yeah, I saw somewhere that it is supposed to be able to submit pull requests, but from the interface, it's not exactly clear if it will do so. But that would be fine. I can still copy the changes that it has made, because it does have the differences here, where this red means it deleted this, and this green means it added this, and this script.js, it added all the script to it. So yeah, I'm going to wait for it to finish crafting the response, and then I'll update you guys once it's complete. Alright, so it came back with a response, and it looks like it wants to make a new branch on GitHub, which is, a whole separate copy of the current code base. So that should be alright as well. And I'm going to go ahead and approve the publish of the branch. And so if it publishes the branch correctly, we'll go ahead and test it out. So, okay, so let me go quickly through the summary. It said refactor JavaScript to external file, and we know that. Implement player versus player, and it says a game mode selector radio button has been added to index.html, allowing you to choose between player versus computer and player versus player modes. The game logic has been updated to manage turns for 2 players in player versus player mode, display appropriate messages for each player's turn, correctly identify when draw conditions, disable AI when player versus player mode is on, and reset the board when the game is changed. So the player versus player mode is probably talking about two players on the same computer and not like a complicated multiplayer, online multiplayer type of thing. But I'm sure that could be hacked out with enough time. But anyway, it says it added a browser-based sound effect to the chip drop, and let's go ahead and test that out. So it has indeed created a new branch on my GitHub, and I'm going to go ahead and download this code and see if it works. Alright guys, so we are playing the updated version that Jules has created, and first of all, I noticed this radio button here where I can choose from P versus C or P versus P, and let's go ahead and try the player versus player and see if that works. And it says player one's turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and move there. Players 2 turn, I'm gonna go ahead and move there. So it is indeed on the same computer that you can play each other, and that is a nice feature to be able to kill some time. And so that works. And I have noticed that I'm going to change it back to player versus computer. And then I have noticed that it has actually added a sound effect, if you guys can hear that as I select the rows here, I mean the columns here. It sounds like the chips are made of metal, but it's still better than no sound. Oh, the computer has won. All right, and so Jules has successfully added the features that it said it was going to add. And I like that. I like how it, was able to do it and with no problems. And so, yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. Go ahead and try Jules for yourself and see what you can come up with by using Jules. It's free. Sometimes it can be a little bit slow, but bear with them. It's in beta, and it probably will speed up soon, and as they improve the features of it. But if you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and until next time, peace.